Hi everyone, my name is Barb Cook, and I'm the creator of the Profit for Property Real Estate Professional under the Piece of Cake Tools banner. I've created this tool for real estate professionals so that you can easily track the amount of revenue or overall expense that you are actually incurring on a client per client basis. This tool runs in Excel versions, or Microsoft Excel versions 2007 through 2016, and it involves data entry on your part as the real estate professional in a very simple format. It requires, this tool does not replace an accountant. If you have any questions regarding your taxes, please contact someone who is familiar with the procedures of the CRA. Most likely that would be a certified accountant in Ontario. There are 4 pages where you would do your data entry in this tool. The first one is clients. So I've taken the liberty of entering the first 2 clients in this worksheet, John Smith and Mary Jones. So we're just going to keep this as a really simple example. One of the really important things is that when you enter the name of the client, that you also update the total number of properties. Each worksheet that requires data entry, anything that's highlighted in blue or the title is in blue, means that you're allowed to enter information in that column. So anything in blue here would be able to be updated. The second page that you would do data entry in would be for expenses. So here you would enter the expenses based on a client by client basis. So for example, line 20 here, for client 1, Mr. Smith, you took him out for dinner and it cost you $50 and it's entered under entertainment. The columns here would indicate what the category is, so ABH, EIL, MOPTV, etc. That would be for your category. Your property ID would be entered here. If you see that a G, and you might wonder what that is for general expenses. So anything that you would have to expense that you would have to incur for a client across the board. So that would be your home, your household expenses. That would be your mileage. That would be advertising, perhaps your mobile phone. Those expenses would all be entered under G. And then the expenses would be divided out on a monthly, quarterly, and annual basis for that actual expense. And they would be divided out against each and every client. The third page that you would enter data into is the revenue data entry page, which is where you would put in your revenue. So let's say on Groundhog Day, you sold property 1, for $700,000. So you'll notice, again, anything under blue, I can enter myself. So I could change the commission percent, the total commission percent. I could change my commission, or I could change the paid by or paid to brokerage percent. You'll notice that this didn't update, and that is by design. As you can imagine, there are a lot of calculations going on in this workbook. You are able to enter up to 100 clients, and there are numerous calculations for each client. So the way I've set it up is that you have to force the update to actually occur. So what you need to do is once you've done all your data entry, you click on Update Summary by Property/Client, and the summary will be completed for you. And then the 4th page that you would do any data entry in is on the mileage page. So this is where you would enter your odometer reading on January 1st and your odometer reading on December 31st. And you would enter your mileage on a day-by-day basis each time you drove for business. Just as a quick note, Revenue Canada can be really sticky about your kilometer and your vehicle use. It's a really good idea, whether it's in this tool or any other tool that you might have, to keep track of how far you're going each day and where you're going. So this sheet allows you to do that. But for the purposes of this example, I'm not going to do anything in here. But if you did, for example, drive 10 kilometers on January 1st, then 10%, because it's 100 kilometers is the total, 10% would be, I'll put it in, but we're not going to enter any vehicle stuff anyway, but 10% would show here for usage. So once I've done all my data entry, I just click on Update Summary by Property/Client. All of the calculations happen in the background, and then I'm presented with my overall summary page. So as you see, it's broken down by month, quarter, and then annually at the bottom here. You'll see overall what your expenses were versus your revenue. It'll also tell you what you should hold as an estimate for a CRA. And then over here, you're going to see just your summary by client. So for example, John Smith, the client property was bought or sold, and overall profit loss is calculated as $16,518.50, where Mary Jones as a client hasn't bought or sold, so the overall profit loss right now is obviously an expense because no revenue has been generated. So that just gives you an idea of what this summary looks like. And then you'll see on the mileage page, it will change to 10%. And if we were going to do data entry, we would enter the vehicle. We would enter the full expense of the vehicle, but the 10% would be calculated and reflected. Finally, I just want to show you the summary view. So the summary view will show you where all of your expenses are overall here. The first part is overall. The second part will show the general expenses. So the general expenses were only $100 for the advertising and promotion. And then you'll see a breakdown of the expenses by client. So for John Smith, because we had 2 clients, we'll see it as just the $50 for advertising and promotion for John Smith. And we'll also see that on Mary Jones's as $50. So that's the summary. That's what you would be seeing. That's your overall annual results. And this should just give you a simple idea of how to use the tool. Again, my name is Barb Cook. You can reach me at cooke.barb@gmail.com or 226-929-3418 if you require more information. Thank you for your time and have a great day.